Welcome back, and welcome to the Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down segment, where our panelists get to talk about their winners and losers of sorts for the week. Tyler, what say you?
Well, I'll give my thumbs up to the Supreme Court ruling this week in the Masterpiece Cake Shop case. This is a case that I've personally been interested in for a long time. It's got a lot of media attention, been dragging on since 2012, essentially. And it's the case of Jack Phillips. He's a very Orthodox Christian. He owns a bakery in Colorado. He won't even make Halloween cakes, is how Orthodox he is. And he had a gay couple that went into his shop one day, asked for a wedding cake for their gay wedding, and he says, look, I'll sell you cookies, I'll sell you cupcakes, I'll even sell you a generic wedding cake, but I don't want to be part of the choreography of a wedding that goes against my personal religious beliefs and what I feel by making this custom cake. Now, I disagree with that. I'm all for gay marriage, but at the same time, you have to respect this individual and his right not to go against his religion and his right not to create speech that he disagrees with. So I've written on this case multiple times in the past, and it was finally ruled on just this Monday, 7-2 in favor of Phillips, saying that he did not have to make the cake, and that the Colorado Civil Rights Commission ruling against him was overturned. Now, it was very narrowly ruled on, mainly because the members of the Colorado Civil Rights Commission were insulting Phillips and his Christian religion. It was a very biased hearing, not fair at all, and essentially the hate was coming at Phillips from the Civil Rights Commission, and that's what Anthony Kennedy said in his opinion that he wrote for the majority. And what's really interesting about this is Kennedy is also the same individual who wrote the Obergefell versus Hodges opinion, which is obviously the Supreme Court case that legalized gay marriage in the first place. And in that opinion, he foreshadowed that, look, there are millions and millions of Americans who have this not out of hate, but just based on their religion. They do not like gay marriage. They consider it to be something that's immoral. So our courts are going to have to balance in the future the humanity and the rights of gay people and their right to be treated as equals to the rest of us with the humanity and the rights of Christians or Muslims or Jews or anyone who might object to gay marriage, just honestly and not because they hate gay people. And this is something, where the courts had to balance that, and it's finally come, and there's been some sort of a ruling. Now, they didn't get very much into the actual freedom of expression of your religion or the freedom of speech parts into this, mainly because they didn't have to, because the treatment was so unfair from the Civil Rights Commission. So this is something that we're going to see coming up probably within 2 years, I believe. We'll have another case very similar to this in the Supreme Court. And but for now, it's a victory for religious liberty, and I think it's just a victory for the First Amendment and freedom in general.
All right. How about your thumbs down?
Thumbs down. The media coverage for Melania Trump not showing her face in public recently. She had a surgery. She literally had a surgery and was recovering. Some reporters even saw her walking around with aides in her office, taking meetings. She wasn't doing any public appearances. It was all private. But there were still reporters out there pushing absurd conspiracies on Twitter, saying that she was a victim of domestic violence, that she had a facelift, this, that she was just all these ridiculous conspiracies. And I rarely agree with a Donald Trump tweet storm. They're normally awful. I wish he would just put down the phone. But his tweet storm on the unfair treatment of Melania throughout this time period is the one Donald Trump tweet storm I can get behind.
Okay. Ron?
I got 2 thumbs up.
All right, lay it on me.
My thumbs up is on the discussion in county government this week, talking about a potential audit to ensure that the county is practicing what their policies and procedures are throughout county government when it deals with the moving of money. Second thumbs up is to the groundbreaking at the the Maryland Theater with the tremendous crowd that was there on Saturday at noon, with the governor and so many people from all over, and what a time that was for those folks that have worked for 40 years, since 1974, to try to get the Maryland Theater back to better than what it was in 1974 and what it was in the year 1915.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And that is all the time we have. We hope you will like us on Facebook. We hope you will follow us on Twitter. We hope you will email us with your comments, suggestions, and topic ideas to feedback@flipsidetv.com. That's feedback@theflipsidetv.com. We also hope you will join us next week for another exciting edition of The Flip Side.